learners, a warm welcome to you all to our English class. This is Mujib Saeed, School Assistant at PHS Gadi Kalikiri Mandal of Annamaya district. In this module, we will be discussing an inspirational account of the phenomenal success and achievements of two wonderful women that are Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova, having sterling qualities of perseverance, patience, commitment, persistence and constancy of purpose. The module is from class 9 of English Reader Behind. Before entering into this session, please have a close look on the overview of the lesson. The lesson Reach for the Top has been segmented into three parts. That is reading comprehension 1 and 2. Next one is thinking about the text and the next one is thinking about language. Now let us see the learning objectives of the module 1. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to number 1. Identify and list 3 to 5 persons you admire for their achievements. Number 2. Describe the life of Santosh Yadav and her achievements. Number 3. Recognize the challenges that are faced by Santosh Yadav and how she overcame them. Number 4. Explain how Santosh Yadav's achievements contributed to women empowerment. Number 5. Choose a quote from Santosh Yadav's life and express its significance in your own words. Number 6. Summarize the key points of part 1 of Reach for the Top. Number 7. Discuss how Santosh Yadav's story can inspire people to overcome challenges in their own lives. And the last one is prepare a short biography of a woman you admire and explain her achievements. Children, let's have a glance on the first part of the lesson, that is Santosh Yadav. Santosh Yadav is the first woman in the world who has climbed Mount Everest twice. She was born in a society where a son was considered as a blessing and a daughter was not welcomed. Once, a holy man visited the family to bless Santosh's mother with a son. But Santosh's grandmother told him that they wanted a daughter. Santosh was the only sister to her 5 elder brothers. She was born in a small village in Jonia Wars of Rewari district in Haryana. Santosh's name means contentment or satisfaction. But she was never satisfied with the traditional life of her society. She started to live her life according to her own terms for a very early age. When other girls of society wore traditional dress, Santosh wore shorts. While her brothers were educated properly in good schools, she was sent to the local village school because of the family custom. Santosh decided to fight the system. When Santosh's parents wanted to get her married at the age of 16, as per the old tradition, Santosh refused to marry and threatened parents that she would not get married until she gets a proper education. She left home and got admission in a school in Delhi. Initially, her parents refused to pay the fees, but later agreed because Santosh threatened them that she would work part-time to pay the fees. Santosh passed her higher school and got admission in Maharani College in Jaipur. Her room in the Kasturba hostel faced the Aravalli hills. She used to see some villagers going up the hills and then disappearing after some time. One day, she checked herself to know where the climbers were disappearing. She found that those people were mountaineers. They motivated Santosh to take interest in climbing. Santosh was a determined girl and she took admission in Nehru Institute of Mountaineering without informing her parents in Uttarakashi. Santosh went on expeditions every year. She developed climbing skills and an amazing immunity to cold and high altitude. Her hard work and determination led her to climb Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world, in 1992. She was only 20 years old when she first climbed Mount Everest. Apart from her mountaineering skills, Santosh also impressed her seniors with her humanity. Her concern for others and her desire to work together as a team made her a special person. After a year of her first success, Santosh joined an Indo-Nepalese women's expedition and again climbed Mount Everest. She became the first woman to climb Mount Everest twice. Her achievements brought glory to her and also gave India a unique place in mountaineering. She was awarded the Padma Shri by the Indian government. Santosh Yadav is not only a mountaineer but she is also an environmentalist. She collected 500 kgs of garbage from the Himalayas. Children, hope you enjoyed a lot about Santosh Yadav's journey. Now, have a close glance on assessment part. Children, in assessment 1, we have multiple choice questions. Are you ready for the multiple choice questions? Now, the first question is, name the women who scaled Mount Everest twice. Your options are number 1, Santosh Yadav, number 2, Santosh Kumari, number 3, Holy Man, number 4, none of these. And the correct answer is yes, absolutely. That is Santosh Yadav. The second question is, when did Santosh Yadav scale Mount Everest for the first time? And your options are 1992, and second option is 1991, the third option is 1995, and the last option is 1997. Can you guess? Yes, absolutely right. The correct answer is option 1, that is 1992. Now the third question is, where was Santosh Yadav born? Your options are in village of Rewari district, Delhi. The next option is in town of Karnal. And the next option is in village of Rewari district in Haryana. And the last option is in Rajasthan. Dear learners, can you guess which is the right answer? Yes, the right answer is option 3, that is in village of Rewari district in Haryana. And the fourth question is, what pressure did Santosh face when she turned 16? Your options are to get married, and the next option is to get higher education, and the next option is to get proper education, and the last option is none of these. Which is the right option? Yes, the right option is option 1, that is to get married. Dear learners, move on to the next question. The question is, how many brothers did Santosh Yadav have? The options are 2, the next option is 3, the next option is 4, and the last option is 5. Yes, the correct option is option 4, that is 5 brothers. Now move on to the last question. The question is, where did she enroll herself mountaineering training? The options are at Utkarshi. The next option is at Utkarshi's Nehru Institute, and the third option is at Utkarshi's Gandhi Institute, and the last option is at Utkarshi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. Which is the right answer? Yes, the right answer is option 4, that is at Utkarshi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. Children, now we are moving to assessment 2. Dear learners, in assessment 2 we have short answers questions. The first question is, why was a holy man who gave Santosh's mother his blessings surprised? The answer is, the holy man who gave Santosh's mother his blessings was surprised because Santosh's grandmother thought that Santosh's mother be blessed with a daughter. This was quite astonishing for the holy man because people mostly seek blessings for having a son. Now, question number 2. Give an example to show that even as a young girl, Santosh was not ready to accept anything unreasonable. The answer is, even as a young girl, Santosh was not ready to accept anything unreasonable. She was not content with her place in the traditional way of life and began living life on her own terms from the start. While other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh used to wear shorts. Now, question number 3. Why was Santosh sent to the local school? The answer is, although Santosh's parents were rich landowners and could have sent her to the best schools, Santosh was sent to the local school because of the prevailing customs in the family. Now, question number 4. When did she leave home for Delhi and why? Answer. She left home for Delhi when she was 16 because she wanted to get a proper education. Now, question number 5. Why did Santosh's parents agree to pay for her schooling in Delhi? What mental qualities of Santosh are brought to light by this incident? The answer is, Santosh's parents agreed to pay for her schooling in Delhi when she informed them about her plans to earn money by working part-time to pay for her education. Through this incident, we get to know that Santosh had a very clear goal of getting properly educated. Now, dear learners, move on to the assessment part 3. Dear learners, in assessment 3, we have fill in the blanks. The first question is, Santosh had a room in the Kasturba hostel faced the dash. The answer is, faced the Aravali hills. Question number 2. From Santosh Yadav room in Kasturba hostel, Santosh used to dash. She used to watch villagers from her room going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. Dear learners, in assessment 4, we need to pick out words from the text that mean the same as the following words or expressions. You can look in the paragraphs indicated. Are you ready? The first one is took to be true without proof. For this answer, you can check para number 1. The right answer is assumed. Now, move on to the second one. Based on reason, sensible, reasonable. For this, you can check paragraph number 2. The answer is yes, correct, rational. Dear learners, welcome to the part 2 of module 1. It is about Maria Sharapova. First, have a glance on the learning objectives of Part 2 Maria Sharapova. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the key events in the life of Maria Sharapova from her childhood to success as tennis player. Next one. State the sacrifices that Maria Sharapova made in order to pursue her dream of becoming a tennis player. Next one. Explain the role of Maria's father in supporting her training and career as a tennis player. The next one. Discuss the impact of Maria Sharapova's success on women's tennis and on the sports in general. Maria Sharapova was born in Siberia, Russia. She was a calm, confident and friendly teenager who reached the top position in only 4 years. Maria's journey towards becoming the biggest women tennis player started when she was 9 years old. She went to America to get formal training. In her journey to Florida, only her father went with her. Her mother could not accompany them because of visa restrictions. She had to live without her mother for 2 years. She missed her mother very much, and her father could not give her much time as he was earning hard to earn money for her training. At the training center, Maria was the youngest child and she was bullied by others. Her experience during the training period made her more determined and tough. She struggled hard and learned to take care of herself. She was determined to reach her goals, so she never thought about quitting. Her strong determination and willpower made her win the women's single crown at Wimbledon in 2004. In 2005, she became the #1 women tennis player in the world. Maria's journey inspired many youngsters. She believes that all the sacrifices that she had made were worth it. Maria's way of answering clearly indicated her confidence. For her, hard work is the mantra for success. Maria wishes to play in the Olympic for Russia because she is actually a Russian by birth. Her other hobbies are fashion, singing and dancing. She loves reading and she is very fond of evening gowns. Maria's talent, determination and readiness to sacrifice led her to the path of success and fame. Dear learners, now have a close look on the assessment part. Here we have certain set of questions. The first question is, Maria put up all the humiliations and insults during her training period to, the option 1 is to pursue her education, the option 2 is to pursue her music, the option 3 is to pursue her dream for tennis, and the option 4 is to be the richest tennis player in the world. Which is the correct answer, learners? Do you know? Yes, the correct answer is option 3, that is to pursue her dream for tennis. Now move on to the next question. What are Sharapova's hobbies? Number 1, fashion, dancing. Number 2, singing. Number 3, reciting. And the last option is both A and B. Which is the right answer? Yes, the right answer is option 4. Her hobbies are fashion, dancing, singing. So the right option is option 4, that is both A and B. The next question is, what is Sharapova's mantra for success? The options are being competitive, the next option is working hard, the next option is respecting her job, and the last option is all of the above. Yes, the right option is option 2, that is working hard. Now learners, move on to the next assessment, that is thinking about the text. Dear learners, welcome to the final assessment part. In this part, the learners need to think about the text. For this, working in small groups of 4 to 5 students, go back over the 2 passages on Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova and complete the table given below with relevant phrases or sentences. So here we have a tabular column. In this we have points of comparison / contrasts. For this we need Santosh Yadav's biography and then Maria Sharapova. Right? Now the first one is their humble beginning. Under Santosh Yadav, she was born in the small village of Joria of Rewari district in Haryana. Sharapova's father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going. Next one, their parents' approach for Santosh Yadav. But in line with the prevailing custom in the family, Santosh had to make do with the local village school. For Maria Sharapova, Sharapova's father was working as much as he could to keep her tennis training going. Next one, their willpower and strong desire to succeed. And Santosh Yadav was supposed to be in Utkarshi on the 21st, so she did not go back home. Instead, she headed straight for the training. Maria Sharapova, when she come from nothing and she have nothing, then it makes she very hungry and determined. The fourth one is evidence of their mental toughness. Santosh, equipped with an iron will, physical endurance and an amazing mental toughness. She proved herself repeatedly. Maria Sharapova, instead of letting that depress her, she became more quietly determined and mentally tough. The last one, their patriotism. Then she unfolded the Indian tricolor and held it aloft on the roof of the world. The feeling is indescribable. The Indian flag was flying on top of the world. It was truly a spiritual moment. She felt proud as an Indian. For Maria Sharapova, my blood is totally Russian. She will play on the Olympics for Russia if they want me.